On a daily basis, people are spending their hard-earned money that they've maybe saved all of their life, only to be given false promise. And there's one thing that I can't stand is liars. And unfortunately, in the Dubai real estate market, it is competitive, but people will do anything they can to make a sale. And some of the things that I've been told that developers or individuals told clients is sad. And I'm going to explain what they are and what to watch out for. What's going on, guys? My name is Joe Butler, and as always, I am bringing you the most informative real estate content so you can make the right investment, the right safe investment. And I'm actually going to lead that into this video because a lot of the time when you start looking for properties in Dubai, you start getting flooded with advertisements. You see all of these pretty pictures, you know, these amazing apartments with pools and whatever, and it just seems like, wow, this is incredible. And then, you know, you put your details in, and then of course you put your details in, and these agents, they'll reach out to you. Now, it's a common story which I hear every single day because I'm doing a lot of calls. Every client comes to me and says, yeah, you know, I put my details in, and then this agent hasn't stopped calling like you're the last man on earth, you know? And that's fine. I appreciate a hardworking salesman in any situation, but you know, we've seen them get a little bit too pushy. Now, that's not what concerns me at all, but it's when people start lying to try and get the deal done. And what I mean by that is I've heard developers say, if you buy this apartment now, in 6 months time, we can make you over 30 or 40%. And I'm looking at the developer, I'm looking at the project, I'm looking at the area, and I'm like, did he really just tell you this? Because I guarantee you it's gonna be an utter disappointment when after 6 months, you find out you cannot flip that property. And for anyone who has booked a call with me previously and spoke to me on the phone, I'm so realistic about the expectations that I set. You know, if you're in the market in Dubai to buy and flip off plan, then I'll be brutally honest. If that is your sole intention, then you need to, well, either one, you have to buy a project that's going to be in demand, scarcity. And what I mean by that is a one-off in an area where there is limited land or a project that offers an unparalleled uniqueness. I'll give you an example. You know, somewhere on the Palm, you know, for example, Como Residences, the new building that's being built by Nakheel. This place is going to be incredible. It's not ready until 2027, but you know, if you got in at 20 million for a 2-bed, then the prediction of being able to sell that for 25 million is probably pretty high when it starts getting closer to completion. Or even like Damac Lagoons, I talk about this project a lot. You know, they're going to have a huge townhouse and Villa Lagoon community. These are going to be in demand, you know, because I'm not saying there's not a lot of land around Damac Lagoons, for example, but you know, eventually there's going to be, you know, a lot of people who want to sell their units and they can make money on that because it's going to offer a community like no other. Again, with the Palm, I mean, there is going to be a new Palm, so I can't keep using that old, you know, they're going to run out of land because they've got the next biggest one. But again, you know, that's going to take a long time to develop Palm number 2. So Palm number 1, there's still going to be limited land. So these are the things you have to look out for. But I'm a realist. I don't like to say and promise a client that, yeah, we're going to flip this in 6 months. I think it's a load of crap. And the reason I say that is, you know, there is a large supply of apartments and properties coming to the Dubai market, which is actually, you know, fair to say that the population is increasing. But that's why, you know, you have to pick a good developer. You have to find a project that was a good price. You know, each area has a price point in which I feel comfortable in my client buying in order to see the progression. And I can discuss that with you more on a call because this video wasn't intended to talk about the facts and the figures. But the fact of the matter is that you need to be very careful about who you're dealing with because people will lie to you to get the deal done. They'll promise you the world and deliver half-heartedly because as soon as you sign that paper and, you know, the person who you're buying from gets his commission check, the deal is done. And then sometimes I've heard cases where it's impossible to get hold of them. If you ask any of my clients, if you text me, I'll probably reply within 30 seconds. And that's just because I'm always working, right? But I guess my biggest advantage of being a broker in this industry is the fact that I care so much about the client's money. So I'll never advise on an investment that I can't see with a big future. I'll look at the area. Is there an oversupply? Because I'll tell you what now, if it's in an area where there's a lot being built and then your client is, or your developer is, or whoever is dealing with you says you can flip it in 6 months, that's such a lie. Now, realistically, I've already made videos on this, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but realistically, you want to be flipping off plan quite close to completion when the building is nearly completed, you know, because there's a lot on the market. So it's not realistic anymore unless I said you buy like a really scarce product that you can flip it after 6 months. You've got to wait, just be patient. You've bought off plan because you're willing to wait. So wait until it's nearly completed in order to get as much money out of it as you possibly can. So guys, as I say, be careful who you work with. Don't fall for the lies that people will tell you to get the deal done because it is a bit of a cutthroat industry and it's like in anything, people will lie to get a deal done. So be very careful and make sure you trust who you work with. And if you do need any expert advice, then you know I'm here to help. So if you want any help, reach out to me.